Good morning, Hive fans. Welcome to the live stream this morning. Jewdoka versus Raid, quarterfinals 2022 Hive Online World Championship, Game 3. Looks like they are getting started, so let me get the lobby off here. And I will see what I can do about getting up and running. Okay, it took me a little while to get all my rooms set up. So we've got the live going on, and we've got the review room. So let's do a real quick synopsis here of what's happened. Both players opened with ladybugs, and we end up with the Z queen formation. Raid has not played the pillbug yet. Let's see if I can get caught up here in the review room. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Good morning, George. Okay, it took a little while to get things going this morning. I don't know why. One of these days I'll get it figured out. This old guy just has trouble learning all these things. What can I say? And if you notice, there's a little note right up in there regarding the Hive Live 2022 in Minneapolis, Minnesota in 2 weeks, week and a half. Little note, and there's a link down below to registration. Registration is free. You can join in person if you're within driving distance or want to fly into Minneapolis, or you can join online. We'll be live streaming both days. And the game we have this morning is game 3 of the quarterfinal match between world champion and the previous world champion and author Joe Schultz, playing under the name of Jewdoka, playing against Raid, who beat me in the round of 16. First 2 games both went to Jewdoka, so he's got a 2-0 lead. It is a 6-game match, first one to 3.5. So even if Jewdoka wins today, playing black, the match will require a 4th game. It'll be interesting to see if they play a 4th game today or not. And I'd like to welcome George Parnassus. He was one of my teammates on the Humble Hive Boys in the team competition earlier in the year. Thanks for joining today, George. Okay, Raid is playing lots of ants and mosquitoes this morning. Not worried about getting a pill bug in play yet. Jewdoka very quickly plays the second black ant. Of course, at this point in time, if Raid doesn't pin the black ant is threatening to move to here and remove the possibilities of good location to spawn the pill bug. So, of course, Raid pins the ant with the mosquito. We've had some exciting Hive so far in the 2022 Hive Online World Championship. The quarterfinals particularly have been extremely exciting. Happy Kiwi and Stepanzo have played 3 games. Stepanzo leads 2-1. The game that was scheduled for yesterday ended up being adjourned after 100+ moves. Game previously was 4 hours long, over 400 moves, over 2 sessions. It was very exciting. Of course, Chigi and Frasco are playing this afternoon at 18:30 GMT. Game 2, they're tied at a half point apiece. We've got this game going on, and then in about an hour, Gandac and Quodlibet will be playing. And I will probably have to mute occasionally and take care of some business at work. I'm taking off a little bit this morning, but things are very hectic at work. So if you see my camera go off and the mute note come up, you'll know that that's what's happening. So Jewdoka is in a little bit of a think here, trying to figure out, should he bring in another ant, which would promptly get pinned, or should he bring in another bug? Let's look at some of the possibilities that he might have. course, a black spider placed here would have the here or here would have the opportunity to do a pin replacement. The black ant is a little bit too far away from the white queen to effectively do a double beetle attack, because if you start placing beetles off of this ant, it's 1, 2, 3 moves away. It takes 3 tempi to get over to cover the white queen. We've got 7 viewers going on right now, so make sure you drop me a note. Let me know who's here. Artin Canali has said hello. Danielle Linzel, one of our both regular viewers here on our live streams. And of course, George Parnassus. Thanks, George, for joining this morning. It's a little early here in the U.S., 8:15 a.m. my time, 7:15 Jewdoka's time, so he's up early, and Raid is in the same time zone as me. And so that's what Jewdoka did, is place the spider looking to do a pin replacement. Timing for this game is 30 plus 30, which sounds like a lot, but we have had players get into some time difficulties. Oops. Moving this so I can see the times at the bottom. So we're quite a ways away from any kind of time difficulties yet. Okay, so let's take a look now at Raid's possibilities. Oh, Starek has just joined as a spectator. Welcome, Mikhail. Guess I can go over here and look at the lobby and see who all is in the room. We've got Mir Miggy, Big Meep, Starek. Big Meep was another one of my teammates in the Hive team tournament earlier in the year. And then 4 people hiding as guests. You never know who they might be. I had a question I haven't had a chance to answer yet that was given on one of my live streams, asking what does it mean by qualifying for the win? And of course, that's a term that Joe Schultz coined in its book Canon of Hive Groundwork. It's also one of the terms that are defined in the new Hive lexicon that I just recently published. With the addition of the pill bug, of course, those of you that are familiar with Hive and Tournament Hive particularly will know this, but this is for some of the newer viewers. With the introduction of the pill bug, when the pill bug is placed adjacent to the queen, then if you have 5 spots filled around the queen, you're not really threatening to win because the pill bug can just warp the queen out of that dangerous spot and you have to start all over again. You continue surrounding her, and when you get 5 spots surrounded, warps the queen away again. And so in order to win with the pill bug in play, you have to neutralize the pill bug in some way. And so that's the term that Joe Schultz coined, is qualifying for the win. That means neutralizing the pill bug. And of course, the most likely way to neutralize the pill bug is getting a beetle or a mosquito acting like a beetle atop the hive, covering either the pill bug or the queen. So you'll see a lot of the early maneuvering in the hive is setting up positions to get that first beetle in and up. And so controlling spawn locations like this spot here, these spots here, are important. It's also important if you get like for example, white has a mosquito with ant power. As soon as black brings in a beetle, this mosquito can immediately pin it, threatening to use its power to climb up. So in a situation like this, with the black mosquito not mobile, not having ant power, then you don't have that option. So one of the things that Raid could be looking at right now is, if Raid spawns a beetle, black does not have any bug available to pin it. So for example, if a white beetle were to spawn here, then black has no way of stopping that beetle from coming up. Black's defense more likely would be to defend with the beetle himself. If white spawns the beetle out here, then not only the beetle, but possibly the mosquito could get up atop the hive as well. So that is no doubt one of the things that Raid is considering at this point in time. Also considering what are the ramifications if Jewdoka continues with the pin replacement, freeing another ant. You don't like the idea of using an ant to pin a spider, but in this case, if it does pin the spider, it's a double pin on the spider and the ant. So those of you that are watching, drop me a comment. Who do you think is going to be the world champion this year? In a Hive news that I released yesterday, it highlighted a survey that Stepanzo did over on Discord, and we see that Raid has begun the beetle attack. Again, this is a long-term attack because the white beetle has 1, 2, 3 moves before covering the pill bug, 4 before covering the ant. So Stepanzo did a survey over on Discord asking who predicted to win in each of the 4 matches of the quarterfinals. This match was the most lopsided. 16 out of the 17 players picked Jewdoka, and of course Jewdoka is a previous world champion, leading this match 2-0. The next most lopsided choices was Stepanzo and Happy Kiwi. Stepanzo was chosen by 11 out of the 17, and Stepanzo is currently leading that one 2-1. Frasco was chosen by 10 out of the 17. Only 7 players chose Chigi. That one is tied at half a point apiece. And surprisingly, current world champion, 4-time world champion Quodlibet, up against Jan, Romanian juggler. Quodlibet was only chosen to win 9 from the 17. So it was 9 players chose Quodlibet, 8 chose Gandac. And of course, that one is tied 1-1. In about a half an hour, they'll be started. So I'll try to keep an eye on that one as well as continuing with this game here. So Raid is doing well, getting a definite lead in the ant game. Definite lead in the ant game, and already getting a beetle atop the hive. So will Jewdoka defend by bringing in a beetle? Oops, I gotta try not to hit my mouse wheel. If Jewdoka does not place a beetle in this spot here, then the white beetle can move forward, which would of course threaten the mosquito to come up, but it would also remove that spot as a spawn point. So if I had to venture a guess, I would say that Jewdoka will probably defend with a beetle in this spot. Because if he plays his last ant anywhere, spawns his last ant, then the mobile white ant will almost assuredly immediately pin it. So this will be very interesting this morning. Usually when I live stream, I can check out of work completely. My boss will cover for me for an hour or so, but he is out of town, so I have to continue watching my phone. And sure enough, watching my phone and watching text and emails that might come in. So that's what Jewdoka did, brought in a beetle. Now, of course, if white takes a tempo to pin the beetle, then black can get an ant available either with the pin replacement or by placing the final ant. So that beetle placement there forces the white beetle to go up. Because the white beetle goes to here, obviously the black ant is free, and then the black ant swings out and pins both of these white bugs. So Danielle says he's rooting for Frasco. On one of my live streams, we had some comments made that they're rooting for the new guard over the old guard, so they were happy that Frasco beat Eucalyptus. He was one of the previous world champions playing in the tournament. They were happy that Raid beat me, although that was quite a simple task for Raid. He beat me 2.5 to 1/2. And looking for both Jewdoka and Quodlibet to end up losing. So being a previous world champion does not necessarily make oneself a favorite or amongst the Hive viewers around the world. And that might be one of the reasons why Gandac was picked by 8 of the 17 in the poll, in the survey. Now, a possibility here for white would be if the white ant came to here, then the white beetle could move forward. Black, of course, could warp the, well, white has made a move. He has gone ahead and climbed up with the beetle. So this is one of those situations where you have to kind of decide what you're going to do when you're in a situation with black. If the black beetle climbs up, it self-covers the pill bug or the queen. If it sits there, of course, the white ant has the possibility of coming over to pin it. Black still does not have a good spot to bring in another ant, so I'm going to guess that Jewdoka will probably continue with the pin replacement, freeing black ant number 1. And of course, one other comment about Frasco. He's a native Italian living and working in the UK in the London area. And we're all envious of him because he works as a part-time employee of John Yanni at Gen 42 Games. He's responsible for setting up live events in the UK. He's had a couple of those already, and we're very happy for him. Okay, hit the mouse roller again. Okay, so rather than defend, the black beetle gets warped to here, and Jewdoka begins the attack. This is one of those situations where the white beetle spawning all the way out here is quite a ways away from that qualification for the win situation. And of course, the black beetle cannot be stopped from climbing up. So both players will have beetles up. And of course, if the black beetle climbs up over the ladybug, this would then become a spawn point here for the second black beetle as well. Another term coined by Joe Schultz is it would become a beetle factory. And of course, there's a 2-minute time delay, so the chat comments happen live, but they don't see the broadcast for 2 minutes. And so Danielle just said Jewdoka could also move the beetle with the pill bug to make it attack, and that's exactly what he did. So good call, Danielle. And that's one of the things that really differentiate the top players like Quodlibet and Jewdoka from the rest of us is their ability to either instinctively know or do the looking ahead and move counting, tempo counting, to know when they can ignore the opponent's attacking beetle and attack themselves. So will Raid continue with his attack, allowing Jewdoka to attack as well? Or will he worry about getting his pillbug into play? A little bit about the Hive Live event coming up on the 24th and 25th of September. It will be held at Dreamers Vault Games in St. Louis Park, Minnesota. John Sandel, who plays under the name Apollo Q, and Irel Duke Bryan are hosting this event. It's at Dreamers Vault Games, and it'll be 2 days of Hive. We don't have the exact schedule set up yet. I'll be live streaming almost for sure all of both of those days. And there will be some live gameplay, some gameplay on board space with local players, with players from around the world. There'll be some seminars put on, some training sessions put on, probably by one of the 2 world champions that will be there. Joe Schultz will be there, as well as I will be there. So if you're within a driving distance of Minneapolis, please plan on coming over. Make sure you join us live on YouTube. And we'll also almost assuredly have it open with a Zoom window so you can participate, not just watch. Okay, Raid has attacked. Now, of course, that's a setup shot, but it's not really a threatening setup shot because Black has 2 defenders, either one of which can jump out. Black also has the pillbug. The White has not yet qualified for the win. And here's a perfect example of the necessity of qualifying for the win. Black won't, but more than likely won't, but could warp the queen away. He will more than likely continue his assault with the beetle moving forward. The disadvantage, of course, is if he does jump out with a ladybug, then his beetle remains pinned. And of course, by the immediate attack, if the black beetle continues the attack, this is no longer a viable spawn point because that would be a self setup, and White has a bug that can easily attack. Let me go back and look in the lobby to see if, okay, Eucalyx has joined us. Serge BR has joined us, Cower 50. We've got quite a group already watching, spectating over at Board Space. We're waiting for Quodlibet and Gandac. Neither of them have yet shown up in the lobby for their match, which is scheduled in about a half an hour. Okay. He warped the queen away. Interesting. I guess Jewdoka decided that the threat of attack by white was too strong. We're up to 9 concurrent viewers. Welcome everybody that's joined us this morning. Most of you haven't dropped me a comment, so drop a comment. Let me know who you are, where you're from, if you've been here before. Now, what would be interesting here is if, of course, I am going to have to take a phone call. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Little bit of an issue at work I had to take care of. And some has happened. The white beetle has dropped down in position to give the white mosquito, beetle, or ant power. And Raid finally decided to get his pill bug into play. So let's take a look at some of Jewdoka's options here. Of course, now white is definitely controlling the ant game because he's got 2 ants and a mosquito with ant power, where black has 1 ant that's free, 1 ant still in reserve, but white has bugs that can pin both of those ants as they come in. And of course, if this black ant moves away, then there would be a perfect defensive beetle spawn point right there. Of course, I'd like to thank my most recent contributors to my channel with the Buy Me a Coffee, Jean-Baptiste Chaubet and Christian Sperling, 2 well-known players, each donated to my channel. Thank you very much. Okay, Jewdoka elected to pin the white beetle. So let's take a look at possibility. What would happen? Nope. Okay, well, we don't have to worry about that because Ray took advantage of this spawn point and brought in his second beetle. Raid is doing an excellent job of controlling the exterior of the hive. If Jewdoka spawns an ant, it's going to immediately get pinned. And of course, this white beetle is very close to coming in to join the attack as well. He briefly looked at bringing in this grasshopper. Of course, this grasshopper would then threaten to make the ring, which would free the black beetle. But the white ant could just move over, but then this would be a spawn point. But it does not look like he elected to do that. Because if the black grasshopper gets brought in, of course, white could immediately pin it. Or could ignore it and then advance with the white beetle. So that's the skill that these top level players have, is being able to look forward. It seems like in chess, for example, there's just natural movements. You do this, you do that, you do this, you do that. But in Hive, it's not quite so natural. There are so many different options with so many different bugs available. So Jewdoka brought in an ant. Sadly, it does not look like I'm going to be able to live stream a double feature this morning because of the way things are going at work. But we will see. Kind of depends on how long this game lasts and how many other emergencies I have to take care of at work. So I'm thinking that Raid's best chance here is to go ahead and continue up with the beetle. White, of course, has no problems with strength. The three keys to Hive, of course, are mobility, strength, and tempo. White is doing a good job of controlling mobility on the outside of the Hive. With 3 grasshoppers and 2 spiders in reserve, strength should not be an issue. So I would guess that the white beetle will probably climb up and begin the attack. Okay. Instead of doing that, white elected to pin the ant. And instead of making the ring with a newly spawned grasshopper, black makes the ring by warping the queen back up and over. Now, if white breaks the ring with the ant, then a couple different things can happen. The black queen can go to there, releasing the black beetle. Or if white goes this direction, the black mosquito can come in and gain beetle power. So he elects to pin the mosquito. In my book, Play Hive Like a Champion, I coined the phrase, rings are bad. Because in general, they are, in most cases, with beginner players. But what I've learned is that these top-level players all know how to use rings beneficially. Oh, great. Okay. Okay, rather than move the queen in, he spawned the second beetle in that beetle factory. So back to my comment about rings. I'm reviewing every game in the World Championship, gathering up data regarding the playing of rings, because most of the top players know how to use rings beneficially. Welcome, Benjamin. He's one of our younger players, a new wave of world champions in the making. And Benjamin says hi, and his mom, Vicky, supported the channel in Benjamin's name too. So thank you very much, Vicky and Benjamin. Now, if the white mosquito climbs up, the black queen can get warped away, and then one of the two black beetles is going to be free. We're up to 13 concurrent viewers. Welcome, everyone. Appreciate having you with us this morning. I'm going to take a quick look at the lobby to see how many people are spectating this morning. We've got 9 spectators. Gandac is in room 1 waiting to play. Jewdoka hasn't gotten here yet, so we have Mirmigi, Sturek, Cower 50, Eucalyx, Ordep, Quebec, and then a couple guests. So how will Raid continue to push the attack? I would think most likely it would be the mosquito climbing up, because if this beetle were to climb up, it could immediately get pinned, get covered by the black beetle. Of course, he could play a bit of a longer game and look at doing a pin replacement to free the white ant up here. And as I made a note on I sent a tweet out recently, I got to keep an eye out. Now that's an interesting grasshopper placement. Always ask yourself, where is this bug going? As a new player, you always want to have a plan for new bugs when they place. Up against an experienced player, you always ask yourself, what is their plan? So with this grasshopper, what's the plan? One very interesting possibility is the grasshopper getting warped to here and the ant getting warped away. I don't know if that's what he's planning, but that is a long term, if there's no immediate threat, a very long term situation. And of course, we have some of an impasse right here. These two beetles, whichever one moves first, it gets covered. Somebody is at my door. I will be right back. I think it's probably my granddog. Okay, hold on one second. Sure enough, it was my granddog, Piper. Was at the front door. Say hello to the YouTube fans, Piper. You can see she's got lots of energy. And I have to let her back out. She wants to know where everybody else is. So my wife is gone, my stepson is still asleep, so Piper's out there by herself. Make sure I didn't miss anything. The white grasshopper has come in. Jewdoka has not yet responded. And I am guessing that Quodlibet and Gandac have started. So I may just okay, I've opened the Quodlibet Gandac room. You can keep an eye on it up there in the upper corner. Yep, I am not going to be able to stay for this entire match this morning. I'm going to have to answer this phone. And that's exactly what I thought was going to happen, is the white grasshopper gets warped over to here, and now the white ant will get warped out. So this is top level Hive at its best. And it's very interesting because black has set up a comb that you don't see very often. 8 black bugs. And it's very interesting if you review my games against Raid. Raid did an excellent job of using that against me. So its turnabout is fair play. Now both black beetles are free. And if the white mosquito doesn't climb up now or move now, it's going to get pinned by the black spider. Okay. Really, really hectic day at work. My phone's been jumping off the hook. And so sure enough, the mosquito climbs up, and very quickly the spider pins the ant. Mosquito covers the pill bug, and oh, nope, which way is he going to do it? And sure enough, the white ant gets warped out. Placement of that grasshopper both frees this beetle and frees the queen. Or alternatively, this grasshopper can jump to here. Nope, not quite. Looking to see if there's any way that black could get both the mosquito and the beetle free. Make sure I didn't miss something here. Okay. Okay, jumping out that direction frees this ant. Okay. The only thing about freeing that ant is it leaves the white beetle in an elbow. So if white can fill this spot, the white beetle would be free. Now that's an interesting situation. Repositioning the white ant 1, the pin on the black ant, removes this spot so the white beetle doesn't have to worry about getting pinned by the newly freed black ant. I haven't noticed the timing recently. Let's take a look at timing. Oh, raid is down to 1:02. Interesting. So the grasshopper here, okay, grasshopper going out there. We add 30 seconds per move, so raid's at 1:27. Take a look to see how things are going over in Quodlibet and Gandac. As quite often happens in these games like this, it's a fight to see who has control, who has ant control. And just like that, it has switched 10 or 12 moves ago. All of white's ants were free. Now, all of white's ants are immobile. So it's 2 minutes and counting for raid, 6.5 for Jewdoka. So at 30 plus 30, it seems like you should have plenty of time, but in these top level games, it's quicker than you think. Greetings to Joe Rivera. Thanks for joining. So it looks like this is going to go into a somewhat extended endgame situation. White still has 3 bugs in reserve, but black is out of reserve bugs. And again, the question is, where is that spider going? It can't pin the beetle, can't pin the ant. It could get warped to here, which would be a 2-for-1 bug trade. You trade the one spider for both the grasshopper and the pill bug. Nope, he decided not to do that. The ladybug could come to here, which would free the mosquito, but that would then leave this beetle pinned and the white beetle could move forward. We're having people joining. Just want to take a quick look. So black running out of bugs could be a critical situation. Will he be able to? Another interesting feature that Dave Dyer has recently added is this little eye button here. If you notice, when I highlight it, it shows which black bugs are movable. It's kind of interesting, particularly for new players. Okay, the black beetle climbs up. As does the white beetle. So Jewdoka forms a ring with the black beetle. What is the white mosquito going to do? Is it going to move toward the black queen? Although interestingly, if it moves this direction, the black queen can just begin a runaway. I wonder if Raid is feeling the time pressure. Less than 40 seconds. Jewdoka has 5 minutes. Interesting. So now if the white mosquito moves, it frees the black pill bug. It looked like Jewdoka was considering moving the black queen away. The one problem with that is it leaves this spot as a spawn point, which could at least temporarily pin the black pill bug. Gotta do a little bit of work here. Bear with me a second. Okay, let's get back to here. White spider was placed. The black queen moved out. White spider was warped in. The black spider was moved out. So Jewdoka's keeping the pressure on. Danielle said it looks pretty drawish to me, don't you think? Well, my answer to that is yes, but I've learned that in these in-game situations, the top-level players like Jewdoka and Quodlibet can come up with unbelievable ways to keep that from happening. So they're moving very quickly now. As they move quickly, Raid's time builds back up. He's got up to a minute and a half. Now what's interesting is by forcing the black beetle to move away, the black mosquito no longer has beetle power. Let me see if I can take a quick peek here at Quodlibet and Gandac. So the black queen moves to here to keep stop this as being a spawn point. So yes, if I had to venture a guess, I would say it looks like it's headed toward a draw, but you never ever know. So the black queen has separated itself from the black pill bug, but whether white has enough bugs to come up with a win or not is a big question. And that was an interesting choice by Jewdoka, because now it does allow the spawning of a grasshopper here, which then, if you click that button that has a beetle underneath there, so Danielle says it looks like pretty drawish. I think that might be the case, but you never ever know. So let's take outside scenario. White has 1, 2, 3, 4 bugs free. It does not look like white has any chance whatsoever of getting enough bugs to win. I don't think black does either. Somebody's going to have to free some bugs in order to have any chance of winning. Okay, that's interesting. If that was just done as a I don't know why that ant move. White is not anywhere near bug swaying yet because he's got lots of bugs that can move. Okay, rather than placing a grasshopper there, the white spider shifts over, places the pen. Now, of course, if the white mosquito moves forward, okay, let's see, we've got a plan here. Okay, this is a very good example of something. Let's see if Jewdoka goes through with it. By getting the grasshopper to this spot, grasshopper goes here and here. The grasshopper goes here. The ant goes here. The grasshopper goes there. You end up with a grasshopper pinned in the middle, and then you end up with 2 ants and a mosquito all free. So this is one of those in-game situations where tempo is not an issue because there's no immediate threat. So this maneuvering of bugs out here has even increased black's control of the outside of the hive and in the ant game. While continuing to keep pressure on, time pressure on raid, on white. Oops. And black continues with his plan. So now he's got 2 ants and a mosquito free. Okay, what happened here? Oh, he didn't jump in with the grasshopper. He moved to there first. Okay, things are happening fairly fast. I had to go look at the Quodlibet Gandac game. Make sure I'm up to date here. I believe that I am. So with 2 beetles, with a beetle and a mosquito atop the hive, it's going to be very hard to put white in a bug zoing situation. Black doesn't have any. If black had one other bug available, could go out and do a pin replacement. But getting a bug into this spot here, the black ant could freeze. So it's either the black ant or the mosquito. The difference is the mosquito, once it gets to a spot like that, it loses ant power. But of course, if the black ant were to here, this black mosquito could move to there and get beetle power. Okay, now why did the mosquito come down off the hive? Might be looking to get out here to get ant power. Stepson came to the door, had talked about our grand dog Piper. Okay, interesting. Let's see, what did... Now, of course, if the black ant pins the mosquito, at some point the mosquito using pillbug power just warps the ant away. So the black ant will just move. And of course you move it to there, so this white grasshopper can't threaten it. It moves back. Are we in a repetition of moves and end up a draw? Of course, a draw would be in the favor of Jewdoka because he has a 2-0 lead. Frank Chen just joined in. Doobie joined in to spectate. Let me do a quick look over here at the lobby and see how many people we've got spectating. We have 11. Mir Miggy, me, Cower 50, Eucalyx, Ordep, Kubik, Serge BR, Sturek, Lacey, and Doobie. So are they going to go for a draw? Well, it looks like Ray doesn't want to settle for a draw. That's interesting. Why didn't he go out here and get ant power? Down to 38 seconds. Nope, he didn't do that. I'm very surprised that the white mosquito didn't jump out this way and get ant power that direction. All the bugs have been played, so we've officially entered the end game. So I don't think black can stop the white mosquito from gaining ant power. Question is, what will white do with it? Okay, sacrificing an ant in order to get the beetle up. Is that what he's going to do? Interesting. Of course, rate is down to 31 seconds, so that's what he did. He brought the ant in, created a fill, freeing the beetle. Nothing can stop the beetle from coming up. Raid is asked, I need to adjourn. Can we continue later? Jewdoka asks, should we draw? Raid doesn't want to draw. Okay, they're having a discussion about adjourning. Raid is asking, can we please adjourn? He has a meeting to go to. So let me get ready to take a screenshot. Okay, I'm going to take a quick screenshot here. Which I've gotten. And I will save that. So it looks like they have adjourned. And I would love to be able to stay and watch the remainder of the Quodlibet game. So let me just see if I can just enlarge it here. To see what's going on. But sadly, I am going to have to get to work. So, sorry about this, everybody. I can leave the live stream up with no commentary, just the Quodlibet versus Gandac live. Let's see if I can turn this window off. So what I'm going to do is I am going to leave this window open. I'm going to have to go and get some work done, but I will leave the live stream going. I'll try to keep an eye on it to see what's happening. Once this game is over, we'll probably end the live stream. So thanks for joining. Sorry, I'm going to have to rush away, and you're not going to get much more commentary, but you'll be able to at least continue to watch it. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you later. Don't forget, right up there is the note regarding a Hive Live 2022 coming up a week and a half in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Thanks a lot for joining me today. too exciting. I can't sit here and watch it and not comment on it. So work will just have to wait. So if you notice, Gandac pre-swamped the grasshopper. Okay, my cursor doesn't show up on this when I'm not reviewing. So this grasshopper can jump across, but the black grasshopper is free to jump out. Quodlibet's down to 1.5 minutes. Gandac has plenty of time, so... Okay, interesting. He brings the queen in. He's not concerned. He does that in order to block that ant in. So Quodlibet is doing a good job of keeping all these black bugs immobile. Of course, in an in-game situation like this, maneuvering bugs around in order to get them into attacking position is the key thing to do. Quodlibet has one grasshopper left. So in theory, he could jump this grasshopper over to here, bring the ladybug back to here, the spider to there, then the ladybug could attack. And then the third grasshopper could be available. All the black ants are blocked in place, so yeah, grasshopper to there. Next, you're going to see the ladybug drop back to here, and then the spider attack. That way, you can get the spider in to have an angle of attack to a kill spot. And as long as this ant out here, white ant 2, keeps black ant 2 pinned, the pill bug won't be able to warp the black ant out. Now, could Gandac advance with the pill bug? Because white does not have, if advancing to there doesn't do much good, but advancing to here, again, you can't see my cursor, so advancing lower right would give the ability to warp to protect both of these two spots. Of course, black does not want to open up any kind of a door here so that the white ant could have an angle of attack. Now, if it's totally undefended, the white ladybug could go to here. White spider fills this kill spot. White ladybug could slide to the right. The white spider could attack where the ladybug vacated. White grasshopper could come in, jump into it, take the setup shot, and then the white ladybug could take the kill shot. Interesting, he didn't do it that way. Quodlibet's under a little bit of time pressure, is down to less than a minute. For those of you that are have stuck around to the end are getting a little bit of bonus commentary, even though it's not able to follow it in a review room. Another possibility, although it would release the black pillbug to use, would be the white ladybug jumping to one of these two kill spots, the white ant shifting to here, and then the white mosquito would have an angle of attack to a kill spot. So let's see what Quodlibet's plan is. Oh, not yet. Gandac hasn't yet decided to move. So with less than a minute to play, Quodlibet doesn't have a lot of time to carefully examine all his possibilities. He's playing more on instinct right now, and on his previous examination of the situation. Okay, that's not a beetle underneath there, so that's a good thing. Danielle said, good to see you back. You're getting a little bit of bonus coverage here. I couldn't stand not watching this. So, of course, the way the timing works, 30 moves plus 30 seconds. Each time your move starts, you add 30 seconds. So Quodlibet is down to 35, 34, 33. As soon as he moves, he drops into yellow. He's going to have to move something quickly. So the mosquito moves forward. The thing about that is that allows Gandac to jump the ladybug out to here. No, because jumping the ladybug out to the white spider just moves away. So that doesn't necessarily free the free the ant. So you'll notice Quodlibet's down to 17.4 seconds. As soon as Gandac hits done, that'll jump to 47. You get 30 seconds added for each time it's your turn starts. So let's see what Gandac's options are. He's out of bugs to place. Quodlibet still has to get that last grasshopper in with an angle of attack. So is he planning on bringing the grasshopper in, spawning it next to the spider, and then jumping in? Once the white mosquito covers the black ant, then drastically reduces the effectiveness of the black pill bug. Because if the pill bug is only protecting 2 vacant kill spots, and you take the setup shot into one and have an angle of attack to the other, there's nothing to do to stop that. And of course, again, the note up in the upper corner is about Hive Live 2022 going on not this weekend, but the following weekend in Minneapolis. Should be some exciting Hive training and playing and live streaming. Okay, Gandac is in a deep think, so I'm going to turn my camera off. And mute. As soon as I did that, Gandac made a move, which the black pill bug has. The black mosquito has pill bug power, but he's completely surrounded. Yeah, now you warp the black mosquito out. You don't want that black mosquito in there with pill bug power. Now, if the white grasshopper, if Quodlibet were on the turn and the white grasshopper spawned there, I don't think there's any way to stop that. Okay. He stopped the spawning of it by jumping the grasshopper over. Now the white queen can move out. Well, let's see. Ah, okay. The white mosquito jumps down, and now the white mosquito has pill bug power. And okay, that's an interesting ending. I totally missed that part of it. The white mosquito now has pill bug power. If the black pill bug moves away so that the white mosquito no longer has pill bug power, it opens the door and the white ant comes in. Congratulations to Quodlibet. Very, very good game. That puts Quodlibet up 2-1. Let's see, I doubt very seriously if they're going to play another game today. That one was an hour and a half. Another tense game, says Quodlibet. And Jan says a lot shorter this time, though. So I am actually going to end the live stream for today. Really, this time. It was too exciting to watch that. I couldn't. I either had to turn it off completely or get back in, so. Okay, very good. So they are discussing timing on the next one. So let's see if I can. Turn all these things off. Let's bring the Hive Live notification down, make it bigger. Just as a reminder for the Hive Live event, September 24th and 25th. And don't forget, if you would like to you can buy me a coffee. There's a link down below. I'd like to thank my two latest contributors. That's Jean-Baptiste Chauvet, plays under the name Jib. Also the author of the Android app for Hive. And of course, Christian Sperling plays under the name Eucalyx, my original Hive mentor, previous world champion, longtime Hive player. We truly appreciate both of them. So until next time, this is Randy Ingersoll signing off. I'm here helping you play Hive like a champion.